action to make a medicine that has proven benefits to them available to them locally. So again, thank you very much for considering this, and please move forward as quickly as possible as setting up jurisdictions or ordinance, whatever you need to get a dispensary opened here in Mountain View. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Humphries. Next speaker, please.
Good evening. My name is Chris Erlinger. I live over in San Jose, and I'd just like to reiterate what Mr. Humphries said about going up to, I currently go up and get my medication up in Hayward. And if you guys want a better model to look after, or a city council or a mayor to talk to, it would be up to Hayward, because I was going to a lot of their city council meetings when they were first breaking ground up there. And they are like as progressive as you are. They're the city of compassion. And if you want a good model, that would be one to like look after. And I'll tell you about having to go up there and go into San Leandro and Hayward area. It's, you know, traffic's a bear. And I'd much rather come 5 minutes over to Mountain View and get my medicine here, eat lunch here, buy gas here, you know, and patronize Mountain View rather than schedule my shopping or whatever to have to go up to Hayward to go get my medicine, because, you know, why waste a trip? Go to the grocery stores up there are nice. They're nice here, but go in the opposite direction. So that's all I'd just like to put in, and I'm very proud to be here and see you guys taking the first step. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Erlinger, is it?
Erlinger, yes.
Erlinger. Thank you very much. Next speaker, please. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, my name is Marnie Regan. I live in San Jose and I work in Mountain View. And I've been working in Mountain View for 6 years, and I'm proud to be a part of this community. I love the city. I also am a patient and a patient advocate, and I really want to reiterate the need for local, safe, secure access for patients in Santa Clara County and in the South Bay. It's a financial burden and often a physical burden for patients to have to go to Alameda or San Francisco County. It's simply difficult. It's a hardship with financially. Some people are simply too sick to make the trip. We need local safe access here provided by our local government. I also want to just touch on the issue of crime. Crime around dispensaries is few and far between. I see it, many of us feel that it's indicative of the cities that they're located in. Mountain View has a low crime rate relative to Oakland. I also want to mention that the California Department of Drug Programs conducted an enormous study on the impact of medical marijuana dispensaries on teen drug use in the various states, and particularly in California. Medical marijuana did not increase teen drug use. In fact, it went down 47% since Prop 215 was passed. I just want you to understand that this is about local safe access for our patients. As far as pharmacies, that's a very difficult issue in that pharmacists aren't educated in medical cannabis. It's simply impossible to be able to dispense the various strains and forms of medication that patients need. We need to be able to control it and dispense it here locally by cannabis experts and people who know what we need. And I have some very important handouts that the city clerk has that I really hope that you take a look at. I also want to mention that Santa Clara County had a county ordinance governing cannabis dispensaries. They let it expire in 2004, but I have it included in there just so you know that the county did look at this. But I think it's extremely important that the city of Mountain View pass an ordinance so you can govern dispensaries here, because the county ordinance would not impact the city. It would only affect the unincorporated areas. Thanks so much for your attention.
Thank you, Ms. Regan. Next speaker, please.
Good evening. My name is Paul Leary. I've been a resident of Santa Clara County for a little over 40 years. I also am a medical marijuana caregiver for my mother. She was diagnosed with ovarian cancer approximately 7 months ago, and she's doing okay. My problem is, like many others, there's over 1 billion people in this county, and I have to drive up to San Francisco for my mother and buy her this thing once a month. And it may not sound like a lot, you know, financially it's not a burden on me, but the problem that I face is that the time that I'm here even, but the time that I have to take to leave my mom just to go up and get the product is ridiculous. And my basic question is to you is, why do I have to drive up to San Francisco? Why? I don't understand that. In 1996, we overwhelmingly passed Proposition 215, 56%, and it's been 9 years now, and I think it's time that this council takes some action, and I just appreciate you guys addressing the situation. And I believe that if you're looking for a format, I believe Santa Cruz is an ideal situation. They do have ordinances, and I think some of the information that you have, I know it's just preliminary, is not exactly correct in the way they do things there. And I think you should consider looking at them and getting advice from them. And I also think you should, time's of the essence for many people. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. O'Leary. Next speaker, please. Okay. And then 2 after you, I think. The rest of 2. Okay.
Good evening. My name is Pat Knoop, and I just wanted to thank the City of Mountain View and the council for having the guts to take up the issue. It is an important one. If anybody has ever, like the previous gentleman, had anybody who's going through chemo or any type of serious illness that has been helped by cannabis, you would be wholeheartedly in favor of it. Until you've gone through it and seen the benefits that are derived from it, from someone going through cancer or chemo, maybe it's a little hard if you've never experienced it, but once you do, believe me, and it's extremely, it's a pain to have to drive to Oakland or San Francisco for something that should be available locally. And like I said, it's great that Mountain View's got the guts to take the issue up. And that's about it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I didn't catch your last name. I'm sorry.
Knoop, K-N-O-O-P.
Thank you, Mr. Knoop. Next speaker, please.
My name's Richard Steeb. I live in San Jose.